Okay, let's get into the final portion of our show. We're going to break down the team competition, and we brought in some help, someone who knows a lot about the team competition. She's a 2-time Affiliate Cup winner with CrossFit Mayhem, has been on the team podium 4 times in her career at the CrossFit Games. She's Andrea Nisler. Andrea, thank you so much for doing this. How you doing now that you're 4 months into motherhood?
I'm good. Sleeping like 10 hours a night and definitely getting all my meals in. And like I have so much free time. It's amazing. My house is spotless. My life is dialed in.
Nice.
Yes.
I said that with a straight face. That was really good.
Yeah.
I know you. If people are just listening, they were really sold on that, Andrea.
Yeah.
Well, now I totally lost my train of thought. I should. That's what I want to say. We should remind people that you are going to compete at the Masters CrossFit Games as an individual. So still competing. You're only a first degree master, right? 35 to 39. Yeah.
Yep. I made it by 10 days.
Yeah.
Barely a master.
Whoa.
Wait, I think we also need to acknowledge that you did qualify for the individual semifinals this year.
Yeah. That would have been too soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, technically.
Absolutely. But just so people know, you could have still hung out with the elite division.
Okay.
No, I'm excited to join the Masters. I've been watching them from afar for a while, so
we're
in it.
Masters athletes are unbelievable because of all the reasons that you just stated, of everything that you have going on in your life, and they have careers and families and things, and they're still maintaining that level of fitness is incredible. So
yeah, it is. And like, I mean, as you start to age, obviously, like some of these movements get harder. Training, like you have to take a different approach. You don't wake up refreshed every day like you may be used to in your early 20s. Yeah, it is actually like really amazing. I think once you get up in the age groups too, those people are so cool.
Yeah. I have a question about the team competition before we jump into our little buy or sell segment here that we like to do as we preview competitions. But having all the team experience that you do, what is the one thing that people overlook the most when it comes to like how important it is to be successful at the CrossFit Games?
I think people overlook how important it is to be this sounds stupid, a good teammate and not a good individual. Like people see teams with people that like, oh, they're so good as an individual, like they're gonna be so good on team. It doesn't mean that. Like just because your fitness level is high, that's great, but you need to have more awareness. I've noticed a lot of the individuals, they can't, once they're in a workout, they kind of just get in that zone where they're not like aware of the other people they need to work out with. So just having a big name doesn't mean a big team.
All right. Okay.
Ooh, that I feel like that's foreshadowing some of your answers, and I'm so excited.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it is interesting because a lot of the times you hear about, well, who's the leader and that, but you very rarely do people talk about, well, I'm not the leader, but I know I'm going to be a teammate, and these are the roles that I need to I guess fulfill in order to make sure my team is as successful as possible. So
and you want everyone kind of to have the same skills. Like it would really suck if like your females were really strong and then your males were really weak but good at running. So that means you bomb 2 events instead of maybe just 1. Nice blend.
Well, you certainly, I mean, those Mayhem teams were just unbelievable when you guys were doing your thing at the games. It was a lot of fun to watch. But let's get into this. So we're gonna do buy or sell. We got an over or under here. We'll start with an over-under. So this is going to be the first one. We have an over-under because Tommy's a big gambling guy, so we got to do over-under. Over-under of 1.5. So there can be no ties here. 1.5 non-U.S. teams on the podium. So Tommy, since you are the degenerate of the group, I will let you can start with this one.
Thanks. It's quite the lead-in. So just to clarify for everyone at home, under means you think 1 or fewer non-U.S. teams. Over, you think at least 2 non-U.S. teams are going to make it. If I'm looking at history as my guide, I'm going to hammer the under here. I'm going to take under. In the history of the team competition, only once has 2 non-U.S. teams shared the podium at the same time. That's 2021. Oslo and Ganas. Also, I believe it was the team. That was the year that Andrew was on top of the podium overall. But I think in this modern era of when the team structure switched to 4 athletes, 2017 was the first year, and then by 2018, it really felt like the 4-person teams had kind of taken hold and people were starting to understand the dynamics of it. The U.S. has taken 10 of 15 podium spots since then. And the lion's share of the European spots were done by Oslo Navy Blue. And one of their members is on a U.S. team now. So I just think that with the condensed talent at the top for the teams, I think the U.S. is going to take at least 2 spots.
Okay. Andrea, what say you?
Oh, I was confused by the 0.5. So if a team has someone from, say, Norway, does that count as like a quarter or
I
no?
think it's where they are based.
Yeah, it's where they are based. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go under then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren.
Oh yeah, definitely under. As much
Going
as
under.
Oceania and Europe have some really good teams this year, I just don't see them taking 2 of the podium spots.
Oh, I kind of want
One,
to be the outlier.
maybe one. Come on, do the opposite, Sean. Let's hear the debate.
Because the problem is that this answer then will now mess up answers that I have for questions that are coming later.
Or,
Right?
or you could be like a degenerate like me. And
Hedging my bets.
we call it middling and hedging.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to go under on this one too. I think there are a couple teams that certainly have potential from Europe and Oceania to definitely be inside the top 5. But when you look at sort of the top 2 teams going into semifinals, and I think probably coming out of semifinals, they are Invictus and Peak 360. And way back, we took a look at why do quarterfinals matter for the teams, and it is a small sample size. But the team that wins quarterfinals winds up either first or second at the CrossFit Games. And the team that finishes second is usually somewhere 4th or better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be hard to, unless something really crazy happens, to knock out Peak 360 and Invictus in 2 of those top 3 spots. Maybe someone slides in second, but I don't know. They seem to be the strength. So I'm going to go under on that. Okay, we're all in agreement. I think we're all going to be in agreement on this one. So this will segue nicely into our next question, and that is buy or sell. Invictus and Peak 360 will be the top 2 teams. It doesn't matter what order, but they will be first and second. Lauren, we'll start with you.
Oh, I am buying this. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to the casino. I'm putting everything on black and letting it ride for the buy.
And then she's using that for a dinner showing at Thunder from Down Under.
And I'm going to invite Andrea to come with me.
We've done Vegas together. I'll come. That's fun.
I know it. I know you're a good time to go with me. So
Always down to go.
we're going to gamble there and we're going to go to our show.
Okay, well then, Andrea, if this were a prop bet in Las Vegas, would you be buying or selling this?
So sorry, sell. So like
You're selling this, so you don't think they're going to be the top 2 teams?
no, I'm gonna throw this one out there. Not as bad karma, but there's gonna be the yips somewhere. Something's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
With
Go
what
down.
team?
Oh, I don't know.
360?
I didn't have one in mind, but there's gonna be some big one event. Something big's gonna happen, and they're gonna be back and forth, and then one of them's just gonna drop.
Okay, I like it.
That's so funny because I wrote down a note for myself is the only way this doesn't happen is a massive execution mistake. And that's like right in line with Andrea. And I don't want to jinx someone by mentioning names. I'm not going to say it.
I know who you're going to, yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like the demon in the corner of the room. You're just like, I know it's there and I don't want to acknowledge it. I'm not going to look at it, you know.
Or something could happen, like someone just can't stay on a paddleboard, like for whatever reason, like they're just they just can't do it, and like just fall.
Oh, that would suck.
That is a monster paddleboard, by the way. That thing is gigantic.
It looks fun, but
Not interested?
no. But just what's wrong with swimming? Why can't we just swim?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, in this way, this is easier from a broadcast standpoint if we're going to put numbers on things to identify the team, because that's
true.
That was always a nightmare. You got 400 people in the water and they're all wearing the same color. It's like, we think that's this person, but we're not sure.
They always give the team that got first the year before, if they show back up, a different color swim cap. And
that is true.
Like an idiot.
Yeah, that is true. That's nice.
First event, like you just look like that.
One team.
Yeah. They did that to us 1 year, and I just like people are like, oh, they think they're special. I was like, no, they're forcing us to do
Yeah.
this. It's not by choice.
May as well put a big target on that thing.
I
It's
hate
like
that.
having like the hall monitor badge across your chest in grade
Yeah,
school.
but like I
Aw.
didn't choose that.
Up in the locker.
Uh,
All right, buying or selling, Tommy?
I am gonna buy it just because these are two teams that everyone is in their location. Invictus is pretty much a homegrown team from here on out. Like everyone's been training in their affiliate for the last couple of years. Everyone from Peak 360 moved there, and as far as I know, relative to some of the other teams in Europe and Oceania, no one is having to travel on a regular basis to do that. So where some of the components might be new, they've had plenty of time spending time in the gym together, training, and testing out. And I'd be interested to hear Andrea's take on this. But where they're at, they readily have all of the outdoor games elements and sun exposure, heat exposure stuff at their fingertips instantly. Like they don't have to travel for this. I know Royce Dunn's team is in Tennessee right now. They haven't had to uproot to travel, anything like that. It's like, hey, we wake up in our own bed. Let's go do this. Come home at night.
So you're buying. We're gonna split on this one. I'm gonna sell this. I think this is too easy. Something's gonna happen. Something always happens. Whether it's a weird injury, a weird event, an execution error, some team is performing better than the other. I don't think it is that cut. I think. Look, I bought the fact that I do think that they will both be on the podium, but I just don't think they're going to be the top two. I think one will win and one will finish third.
Yeah. Once you put the yips out there, that's
I hate to say it. I don't want to jinx myself either.
yeah.
Well, and it's like every year, and regardless of the division, we always try to like predict and look at things based on, okay, what happened in semifinals and who's been doing well. And every year it's like, well, you may as well just throw in a dart because you didn't see that coming and didn't see that coming. And I think with the teams especially, it can be that way. And I think Europe has closed the gap, and I think there are some European teams that will put some pressure on the top three. But I don't know. I'm not gonna buy the fact that these are our top two teams. I don't think it's gonna be that clean. All right, so we're split on that one.
Yeah.
We're split. Okay. Let's do this next one. Okay. Buy or sell. We'll start with Andrea on this one. CrossFit Mayhem, the new iteration of CrossFit Mayhem, will finish inside the top 5. And I am efforting their roster.
Angelo DeChico, Zoe Jones, Sam DeMeester, and who's the last one? I'm sorry, I just blanked on it.
I'm looking. Hang on. Molly McGrandy.
Molly McGrandy. Yep.
Sorry about the loud semi trucks. Some of them drive by. I'm outside of the gym right now. I didn't make it home in time.
It looks very picturesque. No problem.
That's
We're
okay.
in a nice picnic area.
There you go.
It's beautiful.
So it's the Mayhem, like a home affiliate team, not like all the other.
Correct. The one out of Cookeville.
Who's up?
Will they finish inside the top 5? Buying or selling Mayhem finishing inside the top 5?
I'll say sell to light a little fire under them.
Oh,
Stick it to me.
oh man.
There are also like, I was trying to think, there are a handful of really good other teams too. I mean,
Yeah.
prove me wrong. Yeah.
But and you being on that roster, that team has been such a fixture inside the upper echelons of the team competition, and now we have a new kind of a new iteration of it. But they finished second in the East in semifinals.
They finished second in the East.
Yeah. I could be very wrong.
I like that though. Lighting a fire.
I think for them it depends too on like what the events are, obviously.
For sure.
Yeah.
Was there ever anything that you guys were like, I mean, I guess probably not with your level of fitness, but where you would say, man, I hope we don't see this, or I hope we really see this?
All the circus stuff, like the ramp, the weird handstand stuff, double crossovers. You give those to me, I'm done. I get last place. Handstand ramp. Sometimes I just freeze up on that thing. Non-traditional CrossFit.
Got it. But stuff that you're doing on a regular basis inside the gym, I'm sure you guys were like, yeah, we got this, no problem.
Yeah.
Were you paired up with Rich when at that what was it, 2021 or 2022?
Wall walk thruster.
Yeah, the wall walk thruster event on that
Yes.
last set of thrusters.
Yeah, it was pretty close because I failed one or two.
I remember that.
I think I failed like 2 or 3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When you hit that last set, and I remember you guys hanging on to get the win. How was that communicated to you that was going to happen?
I think it got a little mixed here. I'm pretty sure I communicated that because I was so angry at
Oh,
myself.
I love that.
Like on the wall walks, I was like, just let them go because I'm really bad. I've worked really hard on wall walks since then. They get me so tired, but I'm better
You're
now.
horrible.
But so yeah, like once we got done with the wall walks, it was the barbell time. I was like, all right, let's just go all 7. I think it was like a mutual agreement.
Yeah.
But
It
you
was
were the
nice.
one who initiated it.
I mean, yeah, I think it was nice too because like Rich was a really good teammate, and we could kind of like communicate via just like looks
Mhm.
and not always
Mhm.
words.
There you go.
So we kind of meshed well that way. That's why I think we were partnered up a lot for things. So
Okay.
It's like,
I
it's like the
think
last.
an understanding.
Yeah, it's like the last scene in Fast and Furious when he pulls up next to Vin Diesel and they don't say anything, but they just kind of nod like we're racing, we're doing this.
I've never seen it, but I believe you. I don't do race car stuff.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah,
I like
no,
rom-coms.
rom-coms.
There you
I've
go.
not seen-
Me too, Andrea.
Oh,
Thank you.
Wow. Did you guys just become best friends?
Oh man,
Yeah. Well, we didn't.
Yeah. I was gonna say we solidified it in Vegas.
There you go. Okay. Tommy's up next. Buy or sell. Mayhem inside the top 5.
oh man. So I was looking at this. They finished 7th last year with a couple athlete swaps. And a couple of teams that were ahead of them are out. Move Fast, Lift Heavy is out. The Oslo Navy Blue team is out. I think they're going to finish 5th on the dot.
Ooh.
To me, that's like, so I'm going to buy it. Something about this team, I think, is going to value not being one of like the headlining 3 to 4. And they're going to play small ball. They're going to just chip away at events, rack up 7th, 8th, 9th, and then all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, they're in contention, somewhat. And then, and then I don't know, Angela's going to stroke that mustache of his if he still has it, and then work some old timey magic.
All right, Lauren.
I also have buying this, but placing them as the 5th and final team to get in. And yeah, I think Angelo's experience and even the relationship that he has with Rich, I mean, you can't duplicate experience and like learning from some of the best. And I think that will play in their favor, especially as we see how this team works out against the rest of the field.
Okay. You know what? I'll side with Andrea again. I'm going to sell this. I think they're 6th. 6th or 7th. 6th or 7th seems about right to me. So we'll just keep it interesting. We'll split on that one. Okay, let's do this one. This is not a buy or sell. This is an either or question. Who's going to be the top affiliate between Invictus and Norway? Meaning, who will have 2? So Norway's got 3. Invictus has got 2. What 2 teams or what affiliate will have the 2 teams finish the highest? So whether it's like a 5th and a 10th or so what affiliate will have the combination of the best finish between their top 2 teams? That was a convoluted explanation, but that's the question.
Would it be the average?
No, I think it would be the average. Okay, best average finish between
because the average, if we have
added together, you could.
Yeah. You could just do like points per
okay.
placing, right? So like if you have like a 1st and a 7th, it's 8,
Oh, wait.
right?
Yeah.
Norway has 3, you said. Sorry.
Yeah, but so it's their top 2.
Yeah.
You just
They get to drop their bottom finish.
Yeah. Norway gets to drop their bottom. So
Okay.
between,
That's fair.
I'll start. I'm going to go Norway. I think
All
Norway.
right.
I think the European team scene is starting to arrive. And Tommy, you mentioned at the top here about European teams finishing on the podium. Well, that's pretty much a recent phenomenon. And I think another one might do it this year too. But I think Norway edges them out for this. That's my pick. Lauren.
I also had Norway, but I'm just worried that the Invictus team that's going to be on top of the podium or in second on the podium, like that average is just going to push push them up. So while I want to go with Norway, I'm going to go with Invictus.
All right, Andrea.
I'm gonna go with Norway just because people aren't talking about them like they do Invictus, and that always gave me like an extra little like edge. You know, I really wanted to like prove everyone we were there. So I think Norway's gonna come with guns blazing.
Agreed.
Oh, I love it.
Tommy.
I like that. I think I'm going to go Invictus here just to kind of even it out a little bit. That Unconquerable team is very, very good.
Yes.
They have some. There are like the Avengers, like their ace in the hole was always like, let's just let loose the Hulk. It's like a powered up
Never seen
Thor
it.
or Hulk just comes in and like they have some athletes. Of course, Andrea is shaking her head. No, she's like, yeah.
Neither
This is
one
when
of
I
us-
answer emails. Yeah, when
Yeah.
they start making movie references, I'm like,
You know,
okay.
Eat, Pray, Love. When
Or
Yeah.
Love Actually.
What about, like,
Love
Love
Actually,
Actually?
great
Love
movie.
Actually, yeah.
related to
I love you, man.
All right.
Okay,
Perfect.
all right. How
Thank
about
you.
in
Now
Love
we're back.
Actually, the kicker at the end when the little kid goes to see the girl he has a crush on at the airport, and she actually comes out and gives him a kiss, and that's like the turning point for him in his heart. I think that's the case. I may have.
Really confused right
Yeah,
now.
sorry. I'm just muddling this all up with mixed.
Sorry, I was
movie
trying
references.
to include everybody in the
I-
conversation.
Yeah,
Go back to the
I think they have some athletes on their roster, particularly Hannah Black, that can go out and be a difference maker in some of the power events or something, even like a lifting event that can turn the tide for someone. And a lot of times lifting events have you get a couple of attempts tops, or there's a time window. So execution and being able to hit high percentage lifts in a very short time window or with few attempts is important. And having someone that snatches 100 kilos and is one of the strongest athletes period out there, I think is a difference maker.
Okay. That's everybody, right? No, Andrea.
I went. I said
You did.
Norway.
She said Norway.
Okay. I was looking something up. I got distracted.
Sorry, my Love Actually reference got you all
There was
spun out.
there was a little.
There was.
Yeah, a little.
Okay. So
A
we
little
got
yip.
two more. Yeah, right. Execution error. Out of the three, we're calling these non-power regions. So Asia, Africa, or South America. Who will have the highest finishing team among those three? Tommy, back to you.
Ooh, I am gonna go. I'm gonna go Asia. I just want to confirm first, though, because
Nope, wrong answer. And
Oh.
I know your reason is the same as mine, but they will not be there.
they will not be there. Okay, that's why I
The
was confirming.
Kolesnikov team, they could not get visas, I think it was. I'm actually in the midst of trying to load a page, but it won't. They're
Again?
not on the games roster, yeah. But otherwise, that would have been my pick.
Same here.
Yeah. Okay. So that would have been my pick. Otherwise, outside of that, I'm gonna go South America. Then
Okay.
will be my pick. I think, and this is more of without like having in-depth knowledge of each individual person and component on the team. I think the South America talent pool in general has been rising. The base of affiliates and athletes and the capability of that region with access to affiliates, training, stuff like that has been going up more and more. So,
Quick question: there's a street cleaner coming. Is that really loud? Can you guys hear that?
No.
Thank God.
No.
Okay,
Oh.
never mind.
Yeah. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
Am I?
Yeah.
Street cleaners.
Good times.
but
Really, they have
yeah,
all day.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry, keep
Yeah.
going.
and I think there's some teams like the Victoria CrossFit or the AR1 Mayhem Unity that have some really talented individuals that have spent time on teams too. That I think if we're looking at just to try and like maybe make the cut as the top finisher there from some of these developing regions, they have components to do that.
Okay. Andrea.
South America. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just feel like they're always so like they got a lot of fire and energy.
They do. And their
Bring
fans
the
are
fire and
fantastic.
energy. Yeah.
Did you ever get to compete down there at all?
Nope.
Oh,
I don't-
it's something else.
It is.
It'd
The
be fun.
environment is-
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
I just-
Okay. Lauren.
Africa.
Africa.
Yep.
Okay. Why? Defend this
Because
answer, please. Or are you just throwing it out there to be a...
You're a big Toto
You know
fan.
what? The answer is the answer.
The answer is the answer.
Big
Okay.
Toto fan.
Do you even know
The
that
answer is the
reference?
answer. Final answer.
Oh, I love that song.
The Wizard of Oz.
No. Oh,
Oh.
Jesus, Lauren.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Okay. We'll just...
You're talking
What's
about
the
song, right?
song?
yeah. Toto
What
sings
song?
the song
Bless
Africa.
the rains down in Africa. Bless
Oh.
the rains down in
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I don't know artists. I don't know names. Pop culture. Who knows?
Well, it's 40 years ago that song, I think, came out, if not more. So.
And Weezer
Okay.
redid it as well.
Did they really? I did not know
Okay.
that.
Yeah. They did.
Okay. I'll have to check that
Good
out.
call.
It's a decent
Nice.
remake, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's probably better than the original. I'll go South America as well. I feel like that is also a scene down there on the team side of things that is starting to emerge. I think Mayhem has had a big reason for that, and Facundo working with the athletes down there has definitely gotten that scene more organized. And if they bring any fans with them, it's going to be a scene, and they will have some motivation to, I think, perform in front of that crew. So I'm going South America. But had
Their
Kolesnikov,
fans are insane.
they are
Gonna be-
awesome.
Yeah.
Had Kolesnikov managed to make it over, they probably would have been my pick, just because they are so dominant over there, and I think that they would have some good success at the games as a result. Okay, this is last one. Here's another buy or sell. Okay, CrossFit Walleye Orca will finish on the podium. Now they, for reference here, did not win their semifinal. They finished second to CrossFit Bristanda Krieger, but Walleye Orca does have a pretty loaded roster, and they have the Fightin' Simmons, Elliot and Jamie, Christoph Horvath, and Mia Hesketh.
Yeah, and three. I think three of them have competed at the games on a team before.
Yes,
Mia
a lot of
and the Simmons. But
I want to hear Andrea first.
Okay.
Well, I was just thinking about it. Kind of what I said earlier. Like, you can be really good individually, and also you want everyone to kind of have the same strengths and weaknesses. And I don't know if they do. For instance, like, obviously they have I don't know. I'm gonna say so.
That you're
They're
buying.
all very good athletes. Like, yes.
It looked like you wanted to say something that you just didn't quite want to.
Well, I just know, like, the Simmons, for instance, are really good at cardio. Like bread and butter, but like maybe not as much into strength. For Mia is strong. So they don't really complement each other that way as athletes.
I go with experience, and if they're well-rounded, and I think this team looks pretty well-rounded. They have all the bases pretty much covered. You look at the experience. You remember the year that Jamie Green, was it 2016? She won the Open and went team.
Yep, the Yas team.
Yeah.
I'm buying this. I think they will finish on the podium. I think it might be second place.
Whoa.
Whoa, hot take.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Lauren? We'll end with Tommy.
Oh, I'm gonna sell this.
Okay.
I think that what is their team name? One moment. The Raw Iron CrossFit Mayhem Thunder team
From down under,
with
yeah.
Mara Saunders, Con Porter. I think that team
yeah.
has a better chance of placing ahead of this team. So
Team has, like,
I do
9
not
names.
think.
Yeah, they have 9
Yeah.
games. There needs to be like a 3-word
Very
limit.
long.
What is their jersey gonna say? All of that?
I don't know.
The
The
That's a
team
great
from
question.
Asia, I think they set the bar as far as like amount of words in their names. It's
some
nuts.
of them are fun,
Yeah, they are.
but not great for a t-shirt.
Supersonic CrossFit Team Secret Training.
Yeah, or like the announcers. What are they? Good luck.
The
Right,
Mobile
it's a mouthful.
Clark Quay attack. I mean, give me a break, guys. Come on,
Yeah.
three words. That's all you need. You don't need more than that.
Mayhem Thunder.
2 CrossFit, whatever the team
Iron
name is.
CrossFit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Tommy, buy or sell? Walleye Orca's going to finish on the podium.
I was gonna buy it until Lauren mentioned that Mayhem Thunder team, and I think they might be the one to break Oceania's curse. So Oceania has never put a team on the podium at the CrossFit Games.
Oh, fun fact.
And I think that they've only ever, I don't even know if they've ever broken the top 5 either.
I think they will break the top 5. I think that team
Yeah.
will be knocking on the door. They're going to be in
So
contention.
I think regardless, they're going to carve out some new space for the Oceania teams historically. But the more and more I think about it, that one of those 2 teams I think will be the one to crack the code. So I'm going to sell.
Okay, there you have it. Another round of buy or sell for the teams. We're going to do this for the men and the women too as we get closer to the CrossFit Games. Andrea, thanks so much for doing this. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So you are what's training now look like? Because you got a little while now before the massive games. It's Labor Day weekend, right? So
sure is. Yep.
Coming up.
Is the whole family going?
No. Well, first, not to diss anyone that lives there, but my parents said we don't want to go to Alabama, and they're getting a little burned out on watching CrossFit. Plus, someone's got to watch my daughter. My husband just started working as a police officer here, so he asked for the days off. So he might not get the days off. So it may just be me coming down.
Is he doing graveyards? Is that where are they starting him on graveyards?
Oh, yeah, so he's on night shift. So it's just me and a 4-month-old at night.
That's the worst. When my wife was doing that, it was literally like she would come home and I'd be leaving.
Yeah.
And I come home and she'd be leaving. Like it's just.
Yeah, he actually just drove away. As we were on this, like, yeah, in a couple days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to watching you compete there. It's going to be a fun competition. Yeah. Bob and the crew at Legends, they always put on a really good comp, and I know it's going to be a lot of fun. And looking forward to seeing the facilities there in Birmingham because I know it was close to hosting the games.
Yeah, I'm excited to go to Alabama. I've never been there.
Me neither. I've driven through it. I've never been to Alabama.
Wow, none of us.
Yeah,
amazing.
Going to be a good time. But Andrea, again, thank you so much. Best of luck with your daughter, and I hope you're getting the right amount of sleep and the right amount of training so that you're at peak level of performance when you get to Birmingham.
Oh yeah, never been fitter.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Bye guys.
Big thanks to Andrea Nisler for taking the time to do that. Also, huge thanks to Adrian Bosman for talking to me and Tommy as well. Big fan of Andrea. Looking forward to seeing her compete at the Masters Games. I don't know how she's maintaining that level of fitness with the amount of chaos in her life right now. That's incredible.
She fit.
Yeah.
Super fit.
Yeah, I'll never forget when I was dropping in and I was in Davenport, Iowa. My mom, she's visiting a friend. And I went into OC3 and the 4 of that team was working out and Andrea and Taylor were 2. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong place. These people are savages. It was just like, this is next level. You see them up front and up close, like just training. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, let's get to community support. Tommy, what do we have?
Yeah, this one comes all the way to us from in Washington.
Okay.
Our good friend Morgan Sheppy. She's a coach at Imperial CrossFit in Kent, Washington. Last year, Washington State passed a law requiring all fitness centers to have an AED. So she actually came across a foundation called the DP Foundation, which you're seeing a fundraiser for. They provide AEDs in the community for free. The foundation is named for Daniel Phelps, a former University of Washington soccer player who died from sudden cardiac arrest when he was 27. His college best friends created this foundation in his honor to honor his memory. And within 10 days, she contacted, within 10 days of contacting the CEO of the DP Foundation, their gym had an AED, a cabinet, and all the training for all of their coaches. And it was completely donated by the DP Foundation. And she, as she mentioned, they were indebted to that organization. So here's where the community support piece comes in. They're having their annual fundraising golf tournament on August 10th, 2024 at Echo Falls Golf Course in Washington. It's a 4-person best ball scramble with a dinner. You can see it right here on your screen. All the proceeds go to funding their AED donations. And if you want to get more information like what you're seeing on the screen, you can go to dpopen.org to support us. You can see all the details on your screen now, or again, go to dpopen.org. It is August 10th, 2024. If you're a golfer, who doesn't love a 4-person scramble playing best ball? Do it for a good cause, have dinner afterwards, and know that the donations that come from that in supporting AED donations are definitely saving lives out there. So
yeah, Snohomish is gorgeous. It's up where my brother lives. That's actually really close to where he lives. So
yeah,
if you're up
beautiful.
there, check it out. Looks like a great time. If you have any community support initiatives, competitions where you're raising money for somebody, where you want to get the word out, please send them to us. Send them via our personal Instagram accounts, Talking Elite Fitness. We're happy to get the details out there. Just make sure you include as many details as possible, because we always want to make sure that we are sending people to the right spot to get you the help that you need. All right, PRs and no reps. I actually have one of each. So we will start with the no reps. I'm going to no rep. So I've no rep USA soccer. No rep USA basketball. In what world, Tommy? In what world do we have to win a nail biter against South Sudan?
Yeah.
This is how I know the
That's
fabric
tough.
of our reality has been torn asunder, and parallel universes are now starting to intrude on our world, because there is no way. I don't care who we roll out there. We should not be beating South Sudan by 1 point.
Yeah.
What in the blazes?
They've only been a country for 13 years. To be fair, okay, none of this excuses it, right?
We're playing with two people, even LeBron and, I don't know, a guy from your local rec league should be able to beat South Sudan. No offense to South Sudan. I'm sure they have great athletes, but come on, this is our sport. This is what we do. Okay. Basketball.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's tough.
Okay. Let's hope that does not happen again. So that's my no rep. Lauren, no rep.
I have no reps, but I do have 2 PRs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So we will skip over you, Tommy.
I will subsequently add to your no rep, because the U.S. men's basketball team also was very close to Germany. There are NBA players all over the place on the Olympic rosters, and the FIBA rules are a little bit different. So I think it's going to take some time to adjust. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But my no rep, and this is going to be another one, goes to John Fisher, the no good owner of my Oakland Athletics.
Oh, what's going on with them now?
So some reports came out now. So nothing gets the people jazzed like a 3D rendering of a new potential stadium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, information came out about how they're planning to fund the total project where the Tropicana used to be, through a combination of public funding and private investment. Huh?
This is in the stadium in Vegas?
In Vegas, yes. They're attempting to move my Oakland A's to Vegas. And turns out that his personal investment actually isn't personal investment, because he's a dirtbag, and he's actually trying to take on investors that would include a minority stake in the team. Turns out nobody wants it. Nobody wants to invest in it, because they know it's a whole just
shocking how that works.
Yeah. And right now there are a bunch of investors that apparently want to fund initiatives to either A, keep the team in Oakland, or B, keep them in Sacramento, where they're going to be playing. Yeah, where they're going to be playing for at least three seasons. However, the MLB and Rob Manfred are basically telling all these investors behind the scenes, and one anonymous investor came forward basically saying they were told to keep quiet, otherwise they won't be considered any as part of like legitimate investors for any expansion opportunities.
Shenanigans.
So I'm calling shenanigans on it all.
That stinks, man. You know who suffers? The fans.
Yep.
That's who suffers. All right. That team, just like the Raiders, sorry, Las Vegas, no offense to the city, the Raiders and the A's belong in Oakland, period. Okay.
Yeah.
PRs. My PR is actually a PR, is going to go to one Bubba Pritchett. Mentioned him last week, 13 years old, competing in America's Strongest Team, and I think he was competing in the age group like above his. In Sacramento, California last week. I was going to try to go. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make it. What do you the frame deadlift? Okay, it's like the wooden frame. They put the weight on. You got to deadlift. What do you think his lift was?
How old is he?
14-year-old?
13.
13.
I don't know. 550.
Higher.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I was thinking in the 300s at 14.
Much higher.
750?
Lower than 750.
700.
700 pounds at 13 years old. There's this great.
Can you share screen? Pull them up. Pull them up. Can we see what this?
Right there.
Oh my God.
Look at his dad, Jerry, in the back of that he just
Look at all those barrel-chested mofos in the background.
bunch of strong right there.
Yeah.
You need that, you need something to be lifted. Those guys are going to take care of it for you. But yeah, 13 years old, 70 pound. I'm sorry, it was 720 pounds. Okay, 720 pounds. My God.
What?
So congratulations, Bubba. We're gonna see that kid on the world stage, like in a big, give that kid about 10 years. Because if you like strongman, you don't really hit your peak till like late 20s, early 30s. If even that, get that man strength. Dang, that's my PR.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren, you have two
Okay.
PRs. Back to back.
I have two. My first one is I want to PR Sam Dancer for doing his first ever tactical games competition a couple weekends ago. He did it with Jared Stevens. And I think that he is a unique person for the sport because he put a little post on social media and kind of spoke about how he used to be very anti-gun. And it wasn't until he got into the community and just learned more about the sport and the training methodology. So I think it was just a really cool, unique perspective. And also the size of Sam Dancer in comparison, I mean, really to any athlete, but to a tactical games athlete where they just don't look like that. Many people don't look like that, but just wanted to throw a PR out to him because he's a great addition to the sport, and I can't wait to see him.
Pat
Hopefully,
Sherwood
at some other.
described him as being built like a baby hippopotamus.
And that was when he was at Conjugate, and he was like, bigger than he was now. He's leaned out.
Powerful man. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that his one quad is the circumference of like my entire waist.
Probably. He's
rib
gigantic.
cage, something like that. Yeah.
That's huge. All right, what's your other one?
Yoked. And then my other one that I want to PR is Amazon distributors that make like knockoff brands that are actually better than the real brand.
Wow.
I just got a pair of knockoff Birkenstocks for $26. And these things, oh my God, you would never know by looking at them. And they are way more comfortable and for like a fourth of the price. So heck yeah, baby, let's go.
Knockoff brands.
Saving money and comfort.
Yeah. PR.
Oh my gosh. So two things. Ironically enough, I'm going to PR the Oakland A's. The roster of athletics actually taking the field, because they have scored more runs in July than any team in the MLB.
Hey, there you go.
And their core of young guys are starting to turn the corner. Sean Rooker is like just lighting the ball up. Despite John Fisher's best efforts to just, I think their total payroll is less than what their payroll was in 2006.
You could buy like not even a half a Shohei Ohtani with that payroll.
Exactly. I'm also going to I'm going to PR Justice because Diddy just got implicated in Tupac's murder, so we might finally know who killed Tupac.
What?
Yeah.
Did that just
wait?
happen?
Where did? Where is this? Send the link. I need to go down so many rabbit holes tonight.
Yep. Court documents apparently were just filed that he's been implicated in Tupac's murder. Apparently paid $1 million to have him killed. Allegedly.
Wait, what?
Allegedly.
What's your source?
I'll send it to you.
11 hours ago. There's quits all over. Yeah, it's on. Let's go to the People's Gazette Nigeria is reporting it.
Yeah.
I think that interesting. Vibe.com, American Songwriter, The Source. Barstool Sports.
The Source
Oh.
is usually a hip hop spot.
Barstool is good.
All right. Everyone's reporting that. Wow. That's nuts. Okay. Well, I guess we got to end on that.
I
That's
know
crazy.
there's nothing that's going to top that.
Entertainment news. I mean,
Wow.
it's been out for like a half a day, but I didn't know that. I'm clearly not dialed in. Okay.
I'm not dialed in with that.
Once again,
Or apparently Love Island, but I don't think you guys are either. So
no, I can't
I'm
even.
seeing it on so many people's social media, but I don't watch that. But I feel like now I have to.
I had just got to pretend that doesn't exist. I just have to pretend that's not a thing and just go about my life and live in ignorance that is not a thing that people watch. It's a big, because I'll lose even more faith in humanity if I just acknowledge that reality. So let's not talk about that. Do want to talk about the fact that Adrian Bosman was nice enough to spend his time with me and Tommy earlier today. So thank you to Adrian for doing that. Also, thank you to Andrea Nisler for helping us break down the team competition. We will be doing buy or sell for the men and the women in the coming weeks. We are also putting together our coverage plan for the CrossFit Games. So we'll have you covered from beginning to end there. Also going to do some cool, taking part of some cool activations as well. With some brands. So we're still putting the finishing touches on that, but certainly looking forward to what's going to be going on in Texas for the first ever CrossFit Games at Dickies Arena. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. We'll have some more interviews as well and more details to come on also some things that we will be doing in the coming months.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good stuff on the horizon. Thanks to Thirdzy, our sponsor for today, Thirdzy.com. Use the code TEF. You will save 20%. That is going to do it for Tommy Marquez and Lauren Khalil. I am Sean Woodland. Take care of each other. Be better. And we will talk to you guys next time.